CEO Ronald Hickler from Creating the Difference. We're gonna do a little bowling ball review today. We're gonna check out this brand new Radical Katana Strike. Now, you know, one of the things I wanted to do is look at the cover stock of this bowling ball. It seems like Brunswick is using a lot of HK22 on their bowling balls now, and this ball happens to have that on it as well. It's finished 500, 1500, 3000 grit. The RG is 2.501 and the differential is 0.51 with an intermediate mass bias of 20. So this is a high mass bias ball. So I'm curious to kind of see how this ball rolls and performs. One is really to do a scan on this bowling ball real quick. I'm gonna do a scan, and this bowling ball's right around 2000 grit. So we shall throw it and we shall see how it rolls. That's a pretty good pitch. 10 backs rolly. So that would tell me that the strong asymmetry, the surface finish, all of it makes it more of a rollier ball, right? One shot in, it's definitely rolly. Let me wipe off all this oil, bowling on our standard house shot. And look at that, the two pins off a little bit, looks like. That should come back though. There we go. A little better. So one of the things you want to look for in bowling balls is just kind of how they respond to missed shots, right? Like this is a house shot, so there's friction to the outside, more oil to the inside, which should help guide the ball to the pocket. A bowling ball that's matched up well should take advantage of that, and a bowling ball that's not matched up well won't take advantage of that. So we're gonna play around and see how much room for error we actually have. That should come back just fine. Wrap 7. So a little early, not as like, I wanna say continuous, right? So that's why I wrapped that 7 pin. That should have struck though. Wiping that ball off every shot with a CTD band pad. Gets the oil off the bowling ball. Oil's your friend on the lane. Not so much your friend on the bowling ball. That was in a little bit. Yep, definitely was in. So that one didn't have any issue making a move. So what that tells me is like this bowling ball is probably better for that, you know, more heavier oil condition, right? Like if you miss in and the ball does that at big force, then that means your miss really can't be in. If anything, you've got to miss to the left. If I want this bowling ball to give me some room for error. Or I could move right and get into the oil some more and then probably get a little bit of hold that way. But we'll just try to avoid that. That's close. 6 pin. Not bad, not bad. If you're interested in getting this bowling ball, you can go to our website, ctdbowling.com. Click the 3 little lines. That's called a hamburger if you didn't know that. And then click the hamburger, a menu will pop up, and you can see bowling balls. One of the cool things about buying from us is that you actually can get a free True Cut sanding pad with your order. So if you don't like the surface of the bowling ball, you can change it. Let's see here. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So I mean, my thought here is that like, it's gonna be more of that fresh, out of the box, first game type performance. You know what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna take our surface scanner and I'm gonna check the surface as I'm bowling just to kind of see how quickly or slowly it's changing too. We'll just keep an eye on that as well. Get a couple more shots on the ball here real quick. Money. Oh, ooh. I thought that was great, but obviously I was wrong. That hooked a lot, which is good. So we'll do a quick little scan on the ball. So it was 2000 initially I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off here and just take a peek really quick where it's at now. So we are sitting at stable. Stable is 4,700. So what that means is, well, it's good and bad. It's good because when a ball reaches stable, it'll stay there. It's bad because that means it moves pretty quickly to stable. Which is interesting, right? Because now if you watch the shape of the reaction tends to be a little bit more continuous than it was with that first couple shots. Those first couple shots, it definitely was more mid-lane and more rolly. And now it does appear to be a little bit more rounded in shape and a little more continuous. One of the benefits of having a surface scanner is you can check the rate or find the rate at which a ball changes surface, because obviously that matters. Yeah, see, that was an aggressive backhand. That was some aggressive backhand right there for sure. So that tells me that, yeah, like that's more like what you're used to seeing out of that cover stock. It tends to be a little more angular, and I don't have the miss from end, which means it's a stronger ball overall, bigger hooking ball overall in the oil, but yet it's still not too early. Very, very interesting to watch that change in the surface profile being as quick as it was. Yeah. So let's play around with just a couple of different lines. We will, seeing how this is rolling, my move would be to move right. I would move more into the oil and try to get a little bit of hold there, hopefully, and then be able to keep intact all of the free hook to the left. So I'm gonna move 3 right with my feet. And we're gonna move 1 with my eyes. Almost tripped the 6. So I can probably get it 1 or 2 left and be good to go. And then we'll move everything left and we'll square up and not get around it as much. We'll go more off the back of it, see how it handles that too. Let's see here. Let's get 1 left here, just a little bit further. Come on. Yeah, we almost still on the 8 pin. Interesting. So, you know, I probably would like, I probably would want to keep this ball at least for a while. And I'll tell you why, because I think that like, this is usable, especially if you go to different environments and you're traveling around a lot, because this ball's not scared to hook. I'm surprised at how quickly it lane shined, but this ball's not scared to come back. So that part's at least good. Let's see here. That should be good. Yeah. See, I moved in, get it further left, comes around the corner just fine. So now we'll square up with a few up the back, which it should roll okay there too. I'm a little concerned though that because it is kind of strong, that may not work as well. We'll see. So we're gonna move back left a lot and just kind of roll up the back of it to see if it kind of sits there. Like that. 6 pin. So close, not bad. This is not the way you play the lanes, right? You wouldn't play the lanes this way. You wouldn't want to throw this ball that way because of that, right there, because of the 6 pin. You're not gonna have any room for error if you miss in. And if you're straighter, it's easier to miss in. I'll make a little adjustment, should be fine. Yeah, 6 pin again. Maybe not so fine. We'll move again. But yeah, this is not like this. So here's what I'm saying. Essentially, if you are a stroker player, you like to play up the lanes, this ball may be a little bit strong for you, right? It may be a little strong for you. In the same breath, if you've got other bowling balls and you're like, yo, they don't hook enough, you may want to add this one. because it is stronger. Rolly. There we go. So yeah, definitely, like I said, a little more hook than I thought. It's important to note to change that surface of the bowling ball. As it changed very quickly, but once it changed and got kind of settled in, it kind of turned into that more what we're familiar with seeing at a HK22, a little more angular type ball. I'm gonna jump back in with the one more shot, and like a normal, come on around the corner. 10 back. Well, there you go. Radical Katana Strike. We'll get you one from c3dbowling.com and get you a True Cut sanding pad to go with it, because you may want to adjust it. With that being said, I'm out of here. CEO Ronald Hickler from Creating the Difference. Talk to you soon.